Reaching agreement in negotiation is nearly impossible when there's no trust in the negotiation. While you can't always change another person's behavior, there are things you can do to create an environment where it is easier for them to trust you.
Oh, really?
Today, I'll share 5 ways that you can help increase others' confidence and trust in you without overexposing yourself to being taken advantage of. I'm Bob Bordone. I'm a senior fellow at Harvard Law School. I'm the founder of the Harvard Negotiation and Mediation Clinical Program, and I'm the founder and principal of the Cambridge Negotiation Institute. So, have you ever been stuck trying to win the confidence and trust of someone you cared about in either a personal or professional realm? If so, drop into the comments what made building their confidence challenging for you. So let's dig into these 5 tactics for building confidence and trust in negotiation. The first is actually leading with trust and cooperation. So what do I mean by this? Well, oftentimes in a negotiation, we may say, listen, I want to share information, I want to be cooperative, I want to get along with them, but I don't know what they're going to do, and so I need to be cautious. The problem is if the other side does the same thing, then you have 2 sides that are being cautious and an opportunity that is lost. Research done with American lawyers has shown that 4 out of 5 lawyers have as their strategy to wait to see what the other person does first and then respond in kind. To the degree that is true, your most powerful moment for influencing the other side's behavior is in your first move. So, if you want them to be trustworthy, if you want them to cooperate, start as a leader and be trustworthy yourself. Start from a stance of cooperation. The second tip for building confidence and trust is to focus on building relationships. Practically speaking, that means separating people from the problem. We can be rigorous and tough on very hard negotiation problems while still being gentle and generous and kind with other people. Whenever I'm in a negotiation, even a really tough one, I am trying to find ways to establish relational connections. One of my negotiation heroes is former U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman. Ambassador Sherman was the chief U.S. negotiator in the now defunct U.S.-Iran nuclear arms deal. She is a Jewish woman who had to negotiate with Islamic men who would not shake her hand during the negotiation. Nonetheless, during a break from one of the negotiations, she found a way to connect with her counterparties by saying that she grew up in an Orthodox Jewish home, and in her Orthodox Jewish culture, men wouldn't shake her hand either. While this seemed like a minor point, it was a way of establishing a relational connection that actually warmed those negotiators to her. Third important rule for building trust and relationships: be consistent. What do I mean by that? Well, reputations really matter. And it is hard to build a reputation for trustworthiness if you're mostly or on occasion or only sometimes trustworthy. It is hard to build a reputation for caring about relationships if you seem to care for relationships for people who are superior to you, but treat people who are lateral or below you really badly. You know, another one of my negotiation heroes is Bob Bordone. Bordone is a partner at the prestigious Washington law firm Williams & Connolly. What is amazing about him is that he has his clients, folks like Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, George W. Bush, Barbara Bush, Pope Benedict, former Secretary of State Baker, former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Wow. If you are thinking, wow, those people span across political ideologies and parties, you are correct. The reason why he has all these people as his clients is because he has a sterling reputation for being fair-minded, for being kind, for being generous, and for being consistently that way. You know that if Bob Barnett says something, he means it, and he's going to only say things that he means. Fourth guidepost for developing your reputation for trustworthiness is being forgiving. So Robert Axelrod, a professor at the University of Michigan, has done an enormous amount of research at looking at the best practices for negotiation strategies. And one of his key rules is called don't hold grudges, or be forgiving, meaning that all of us, by dint of being human, sometimes make mistakes. Even the most loyal person occasionally acts in a disloyal way. But building your reputation for trustworthiness means that when someone makes a mistake and apologizes, we don't hold a grudge. We don't try to get back at them. Instead, we move immediately to forward-looking. How can we make this right and move forward together? The last tactic for increasing others' confidence in you is to follow this maxim, which is don't be wholly trusting, but be wholly trustworthy. A very common mistake I see folks make in negotiation is they will say something like, well, I could tell the other party wasn't going to follow through, so that is the reason why I backed out of the agreement. This is a big negotiation mistake. It may or may not be the case that the other side is not trustworthy, but let's assume they're not trustworthy. A really bad reason to fritter your own trustworthiness is because of their potential future untrustworthiness. If you think someone can't be trusted, address that directly. Don't reach an agreement and then go back on it.
That is suspicious.
These 5 tactics will help improve your reputation for trustworthiness and help build the confidence others have in you in negotiation. Now, I'd like to ask you for your trust by inviting you to subscribe to my channel. Please like this video and ring the bell so you never miss new negotiation videos. Also, please watch this next video, how to improve my negotiation skills. I'm Bob Bordone, and thank you for watching. Okay, it's not difficult to keep watching. Click, click.